Hey, Strick. So, on Nice Guys on Business podcast, we have never offered a free gift, and today is the day.
Well, I think we've maybe offered junk gifts before, but nothing really handy like what we're going to offer right now. 5 ways to make money podcasting.
Oh, this is going to be really cool. So 5 ways to make money podcasting, turnkeypodcast.com/gift. If you go to that link, and we'll put it in the show notes, you'll see the one way that we have used to make a 6-figure income from our podcast, and we can teach you how to do the same thing too. Just get the free gift. Let's start there.
Once again, turnkeypodcast.com/gift.
Actively searching for their next future ex-wives. It's the Nice Guys on Business. Oh, yeah. They know how to treat the ladies.
Well, I labored over that. It was so difficult for me because then I kept forgetting what I put in the first suitcase, and I had to keep going back to see if I included something that I knew I needed.
It's a story of my life, Mom. Except for baggage, we usually are talking about wives. A story of my life. It's got 2 wives.
About what?
I can't remember what I left in one of them.
Wow. Wow.
Barbie has a great day every day. But Ken only has a great day if Barbie looks at him. And he gets to listen to the Nice Guys on Business podcast. Basically, Ken is fucked. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your 2 favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
Doug is currently recording to the cloud and getting his mom so they can get ready for a 17-day cruise, which I'm sure his mom is going to enjoy, but I don't know.
Hold on.
I still have my doubts.
Hold on. Getting my mom situated over here. Here, grab a seat right there. Go watch the cord right there, Mom. The last thing you need is a trip on a cord and wreck a 17-day cruise because you tripped over my podcast cord. You can sit right there. Just sit in the spot right there. There you go. All right, and then right there. I'm going to hand you this microphone. You take that. You're gonna that is the on button, so don't mess with that. Okay. That towards your face.
Okay.
Okay, look in there.
Hi.
Hey, sorry, you caught me drinking my milk here. I'm hitting the drink pretty hard today. I'm drinking milk with my dessert from my dinner.
That's pretty heavy.
Heavy duty stuff. Yeah.
All right. That is, let's see. We're not live streaming this because we don't know how to live stream because we can't friggin' figure out how to do any of that stuff because we're not nice guys anymore with technology. And
no, but if I've got video, I could put it up on YouTube later.
That is true. You will have video. Everybody in the Nice Guy community, Funkin' fans, that is my mom. Say hello, Mother.
Hello, Mother.
that is perfect. And let's start here, Mom. We're going on a cruise. Are you excited about it?
Very excited.
Okay. Normally, what makes for really good audio is when you have longer answers.
Well, I'm looking forward to the buffets. I'm looking forward to cruising to Hawaii, and I've never been before, so I'm pretty excited about that aspect of it. And I'm also very happy to be with JJ and Doug.
And how long has it been since you've been on a cruise?
5 years.
Oh, okay. That's a long time.
Yeah.
This will be the longest cruise that any of us have ever done. No, I think Ted took Ted took a cruise. How long was the longest? Didn't he take like a month long or 40-day cruise?
He did. How long was your cruise, Doug?
The longest cruise of everyone?
Yeah.
40 days.
40 days.
Wow. That's crazy. I couldn't imagine. I did an 11-day cruise once, and by the 9th day, I was like, oh, I'm done. I want to get off of this ship. It's just too much.
Well, but you don't stay on the ship the whole 9 days.
Yeah.
You stop at different ports and you get off the ship, right?
Hey, Mom, hold that microphone a little bit closer, like this way, like tilt it towards your face. No, tilt it, like you're eating an ice cream. There you go, right there. That's perfect, right there.
Okay.
There you go. Now you sound like a true podcaster. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Mom, I think the last time I spent 17 days in a row with you, I believe was 1981. I truly believe I think that was.
How old were you then? 1981.
I was 17 years old, and I was probably just going into my senior year between Ocean City, Maryland, that summer that I lived there, and my senior year of high school. I think that was it.
That was fun too. It's always fun being with Doug. He just makes everything a party.
It's
I
true.
don't know how he does it, but he does it.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Can we start with it? Can we start with the trip from Baltimore? Well, let's start in Ojai and then work our way backwards for just a quick second. So, I know that my mom is a little bit apprehensive about air travel, and she hasn't gone on an airplane on her own in a very long time. And the same with Ted. He's not a big air traveler. So I said, I don't know if it was a smart idea or not, but
it was a very smart idea.
I stuck my foot in my mouth about 7 or 8 months ago, maybe a year ago. And I said, you know what, if you want to go on a journey, a cruise, I'll come back and get you from California.
He did.
That's exactly
Came across the country to get us to turn around and go back to where he started.
The next day. I got to spend one solid day in Baltimore before I headed.
Why don't you tell the real story? You
Okay,
got
you got to keep that ice cream cone this way.
But did you get Royal Farms chicken? That's what matters.
Did he do what?
Get Royal Farms chicken.
Oh, do you like that?
I love Royal Farms chicken, and I know you're spoiled because you get it all the time. It's like it's no big deal, right? But I live in Texas now, and there is no good fried chicken out here anywhere.
So,
hey, Mom, when was the last time that you and Ted got Royal Farms fried chicken and their French
we
fries?
used to get it when we would get gas, but now it's computerized. You have to get on the computer to order your chicken. The lady behind the counter doesn't do it, and she tells you what to do. But people like me, who really are not that great at any technology, stopped going because I just couldn't put up with, what do you have to do? How do you do it? And people are waiting behind me in line. That doesn't work for me. So I stopped getting fried chicken there.
And I just noticed that it sounded like you were you were censoring yourself. You were getting ready to drop an F-bomb, but decided not to. And I want to clarify that you are allowed to curse all you want on the Nice Guys on Business episodes.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
Nice. Gotta love it. Well, my mom is so looking forward to this trip. I'm looking forward to this trip. I haven't spent this much time solidly in a row with my mom again since 1981. And I was so excited about going on this journey that a day early, I told Ashley, that's my assistant, Mom. I told Ashley, I said, you're going to start taking my forwarded emails tomorrow. This is the day before we go, because we have a lot of adventuring to do still in Ojai here before we head out of town.
Ojai is beautiful. I'd never been here before, and it is beautiful. I mean, I love the shops. I love the mountains in the background. Wherever you look, the mountains are there. And we went up the road.
We went to the top of one of the mountains, the Topa Mountain Range.
I was a wreck. And he stops at the top of this mountain. He says, parks the car. He says, get out. We're going to take pictures. I almost had a heart attack when he said that. But anyhow, we got out. There was a platform,
there's a fence that keeps us from falling over.
Right,
so
right.
it's fine.
And we took some pictures. It was fun.
So Strick, I enjoyed the adventure so much to Baltimore and then back again with Mom and Ted that I decided when we got here, we're driving to San Francisco instead of flying to San Francisco.
You're kidding.
But now we're going to drive.
Well, we're in that sweet spot, golden area where it's like it's 5 or 6 hours to drive to San Francisco. Other than that, like it took me when I drove to LAX from Ojai, which is normally a 90-minute journey in the middle of night, because I usually take a butt early time to fly. Instead I took a noon flight, and it ended up taking me 2.5 hours to get to the airport. So I left plenty of time to do it, but I figured 2.5 hours to get to the airport, 2.5 hours to get back, and that's just one way. That's 5 hours, and that's notwithstanding the flight itself.
Right.
So And then you have the hassle of having to worry about all the let's just throw all of our shit in the car and go. So we're going to do that. So I canceled all of our flights. I got all my points back from Southwest, and we'll take the Toyota. Hopefully we'll be able to get all the bags yes, you have a question? Yes, from the peanut gallery over there. What's going on?
He's talking in the background on his phone.
Tell Ted, hey Ted.
Ted.
Tell him to stop talking. We got a show going on here.
We have a show going on here now.
Yeah,
you want to get on? You want to talk? I don't know.
What the hell is a podcast? Tell Ted to grab the microphone. He can just grab the mic and talk into it.
Can I just hand him
the
mic?
As long as there's enough cord to go over to him. He doesn't need to see anything if he's got enough cord.
And while Jared is counting down, I will say, welcome back, welcome back. My name is Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone,
in San Francisco.
Hey, you didn't tell me he was a singer. We're getting serenaded. I love it.
This is Mr. Abraham Theodore Harris right there. Ted Harris, my mom's boyfriend. Ted, how long have you been seeing my mom?
How long have you been seeing me?
He can hear you.
I've known her since I was 4 years old.
What?
Tell the story, Ted.
I lived across the street from her when I was 4 years old. And I hadn't seen her for 80 years.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Doug never told me that.
Yeah, and then we've been together for the past almost 8 years. When her brother's wife, when her brother died, I went out to see his wife because we were friends. And she told me, why don't you get in touch with Rosalee? Because Rosalee's husband had recently died. And, I said, gee, I think I will.
Ted was...
And, I was alone, so I did. And one thing led to another.
Say, Strickland,
wouldn't you know it, I got caught in this mess. And now I'm in it now, and I love it.
Strickland, did you hear the potential? There was something going on there. It sounded like my uncle died, and Ted goes out to see his wife, probably hoping to make a score there. Could not convert that. So decided, hey, what's the next best thing? Morris's brother just died. Morris's sister's husband just died. I'll go and see if that would be worth pursuing. And goes against my mom.
Doug is single-minded when it comes to things like that. It's just twisted around any way he can. Yeah.
Ted, what happened there? I thought you actually liked my mom. It wasn't just a matter of what's it called, like process of elimination.
Oh no. Actually, I love Rosalee.
Well, we love you too, Ted.
Rosalee.
Oh, you didn't say you love us. You just.
And I'm glad I'm here. Of course, at my age, I'm glad I'm anywhere.
That is very true. Hey, Ted, this is a great opportunity for you because you have thousands of people that are now listening to you. You have an audience. So maybe just if you could just break out maybe one or maybe even two of your best jokes. Now is the time for you to tell them.
Well, it depends who I'm talking to. Some people you can't tell certain jokes to. And it depends on the audience. I mean, if it's a broad-minded audience, I'll talk about broads.
All right. So it's an audience of business people, and they're okay with a little bit of I don't know, just a little bit of fuckery. So they're okay with anything that you want to say.
Well, I mean, can I tell it? You want me to tell it? I mean, do you like religious jokes?
Okay. Well, you just have to know we're equal opportunity offenders here. So if you offend somebody and they send
I'm not going to offend anyone. I would never offend anyone. I'll tell you the story about this fellow who's talking to his friend of his who happens to be Jewish. And he said, I'd love to play golf up at your club. He said, but I'm not Jewish and I feel kind of strange. So Rabinowitz said to him, look, don't worry, just go up and tell him you're a friend of mine. And, and just tell him your name is Kaplan. And just, go ahead and play around. So he said, you think I could do it? He says, sure. So he goes up to play and he says, yeah, I'd like to play around the golf. I'm a friend of Rabinowitz's. My name is Irving Kaplan. He says, oh, Kaplan, come on in. Sure, you're welcome to play. So he says, by the way, Kaplan, what do you do for a living? So Rabinowitz had told him, if they ask you that question, just tell them you're in the schmata business. The guy says, schmata, what's a schmata? He says, it's clothing. So Kaplan says to the guy at the desk, he says, I'm in the schmata business. So I said, you're in the schmata business? Yeah. He says, what do you make? So he tries to think, and he remembers what a talus is. He says, oh, I make taluses. The guy says, you make a talus? Yeah, I make taluses. The guy says, I'm interested in that. He says, what's that little prayer that's on the back of the taluses? I never knew. What's that prayer? Guy says, I don't know. I make the sleeves.
Just for those in our nice guy community that doesn't know what a schmata is, it is the clothing business, a rag, and a talus is is like the prayer shawl that they wear. There are no sleeves. Just so everybody. Hey Ted, remember we were talking about this a little bit earlier. If you have to explain the joke, it's probably not good joke.
And then there's a story about the guy was talking to a friend of his on the corner. He says, let me tell you a story. The guy said, what? He says, there were two Jews that were standing on the. I said, hold it. He says, I'm sick and tired of you telling a joke. Every time you tell a joke, it's about Jews. He says, I happen to be Jewish and I get offended by that. He says, can't you tell a joke about somebody else? He says, yeah, sure. The guy says, okay, now tell me the story. He says, well, there were two Chinese standing on a corner. One says the other one, you got any plans for Rosh Hashanah?
There you go. That's a good one.
It was a woman goes into the synagogue and says, I want to get my dog bar mitzvahed. And the rabbi says, we don't bar mitzvah dogs. And she says, okay, I'll take my $500,000 donation down to the synagogue down the street. And he said, oh, you didn't tell me the dog was Jewish. Okay. No problem.
Hey Ted, what are you most looking forward to on this cruise? The relaxation, the kicking back and watching Fox News? I mean, what are you looking for?
Actually, the thing I'm looking most forward to is getting back home, because I didn't want to go on this thing in the first place.
Wow. Haven't even left and he's already looking forward to getting back home.
So funny story is that Ted is really the catalyst, really the only reason we are even going. We even thought about going on this cruise to begin with. So Ted, you better be enjoying this cruise.
Oh yeah, this is the third time I've been on a Hawaiian cruise, and I tell you, I love it. It's the best cruise I've ever been on, the Hawaiian cruise. I love them because you go to all the islands, and the temperature is great, and the people are great, and you can speak the language and spend the money. It's great.
And what did you?
Great. I love it.
What were you talking about? You mentioned something about the people in the cabin next door, Ted. I couldn't remember what you.
Oh yeah, the last time I went on a cruise, there must have been a Hawaiian couple next door to us in the cabin. All night you kept saying luau.
So we've replayed these jokes every time we've seen Ted. We replay pretty much the same jokes. I would say, how many, if you were to bottle all of your jokes up into one package, Ted, how many do you think that you have all together?
Oh my God, I could make 6 episodes out of it.
Probably true.
You talk about Hawaii. It was two guys arguing. One guy says, it's pronounced Hawaii, really? He said, no, it isn't. It's Hawaii. He said, no, it's Hawaii with a V. The guy said, no, that's Hawaii. He said, look, there's a guy in a flowered shirt over there. Looks like he knows what he's talking about. Let's go ask him. So we go over to the guy and ask him, excuse me, sir, is it pronounced Hawaii or Hawaii? The guy says, it's Hawaii. He said, oh, well, thank you very much. He said, you're welcome.
Yeah, we get it, Mom. My mom's explaining the joke. Nice. All right, Ted. Well, hand the microphone back to Mom.
Okay, I'll do that.
And we'll see you on the cruise. We still have a full day here in Ojai, California. We're gonna do some more eating, some more sightseeing, and some touring.
I love this place.
So do you have connecting cabins?
Yeah, well, next door, but not
next door each other, but not connecting.
Yeah.
Okay, so Doug, you said there was an adventure getting to Baltimore and back. Then you've got stories.
Yeah. So the adventure. So I get to California. I mean, I get to Baltimore, and that was fine. And I took my Uber back to my mom's house, and then the next day we're coming back here, and just you have to allow. My mom is 92, or 91. Her man Ted is 92 years old. Have to allow a little extra time. So I figure, well, if we leave maybe at like noon for a 3:30 flight, we'll have plenty of time, which we did.
And because also your mom is 20 minutes from BWI, maybe.
Exactly.
Right? Not too far. Not too far.
Not too far. let me tell you, hats off to the crew at Southwest Air. I mean, oh my gosh,
They were great.
they were great from the moment that we got there. They put them in we got the bags checked right curbside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two
And they have
wheelchairs.
two wheelchairs, two
Nice.
guys wheeled both Ted and my mom right up to the gate.
Security. Yeah.
The co-pilot, she was a co-pilot, right, Ted?
Yeah.
Yeah, the co-pilot is waiting to get on the plane. Also carries Ted's carry-on bag
Nice.
onto the plane. They walk down the aisle, and we got on the plane. And when you get to LAX, which is a tremendously busy airport, way too busy, all of the great service that happened in Baltimore, it was almost the exact opposite in California.
Oh yeah,
It's
throw
like
it right out the door. Yeah.
I mean, Southwest people were really nice, but it was so crowded. We had to wait for the bags. Then I had to go get my car. I had to put them on the curb near the handicap spots in one of those wheelchairs that I kind of basically had to fight my way through to get the two wheelchairs.
Wow.
Then we had to get all three of their bags plus my bag that I was carrying. I had to get to the remote parking location to get my car, then fight the LAX traffic to get to pick them up at the handicap spot. The entire adventure, once we got back, was about the same length as the flight itself. It took
That's
about
right.
4.5 hours to get home from LAX.
Well, for anyone who has not directly experienced LAX traffic, I want to remind, last time that I went to see Doug, when he was still living in El Segundo, because you were 7 miles from the airport or something?
No,
like that,
I'm
right?
2 miles from the airport.
Okay,
2 miles.
Doug was 2 miles from the airport. Okay. And I got an Uber and it literally took an hour. It was an hour
Could
because
have walked.
yeah, I easily could have walked. It felt like, but I mean, you get, a good half mile from the airport and it's literally just stop and go for the next 45 minutes.
They have a people mover that is going to be in place soon. It's one of those like trams that they have in Las Vegas that goes in between like the 5 or 6 hotels that happen. But this will be a lot longer. And I don't think now they've stopped shared drive share cars from coming into LAX. You have to go to a separate parking area to get Uber and Lyft now.
Mhm.
They allow buses and they allow cars, and it's this horseshoe of a terminal. So if you're at Southwest, which is the first, you have to go all the way around, or you can cut through. But the cut throughs are even crowded just to go through the cut throughs. There's 5 lanes that you can go through. Only the far right is the one you're supposed to pick up people. But oftentimes you'll see the 3rd and the 4th lane people stopping, waiting for their people to get on. It's just a complete nightmare. It was the complete opposite of what Baltimore is. And if we could have just gone to Santa Barbara, which is just a really small 6-gate airport, the problem was there's no direct flights from Baltimore to Santa Barbara. So there's a connection. And I just didn't want to deal with the connection. It was just too hard.
You don't want to mess with that. And it sounds like driving to San Francisco is a much smarter way to go, especially when you got luggage where you got 17 days. It's not like you're just taking a little carry-on bag for a weekend, right? You got lots of bags and you got to check them. And now it sounds like a very smart move, Doug.
Hey, Mom, when did you start packing your bags for
A month ago. I really, that was frightening because I had no idea. You have to stay within your 50 pounds. So Doug suggested get 2 suitcases, medium size rather than 1 large.
Yeah.
You can get 100 pounds worth of clothes in there and be okay in the 2 suitcases. Well, I labored over that. It was so difficult for me because then I kept forgetting what I put in the first suitcase and I had to keep going back to see if I included something that I knew I needed.
It's a story of my life, except
It was
instead
already packed.
Story of my life, Mom. Except for baggage, we usually are talking about wives. Story of my life. It's got 2 wives.
About what?
I can't remember what I left in one of them.
Wow. Yeah. So
hey, look, I'm learning from a true champion, though. My mom has been married three times. She's only killed one of them, so we're fine. We're good.
I kept doing it until I got it right. That's all.
Yeah.
I got married 3 times.
Yeah.
So what exactly are you, we got all the obvious stuff that you're looking forward to on the ship. Like the food, of course, is always delicious and the service is great.
The entertainment.
So what kind of entertainment? Do you know what shows they're going to be having on the ship?
No, they don't. I don't think they tell you what shows or
Oh,
who's
really?
going to be there.
Well, there's probably an itinerary, but everything with my mom is really right now on a need to know basis, because if I give her too much information too early on, there's too many worries that will happen, because with every good Jewish mom comes the international curse of worry. So she would just spend the next last year worrying about, do we go to the 7:00 show on that one, or do we do the just in time? What's it called? The different types of dining, the reserve time,
Early dinner.
early. So I don't want her to have to worry about all that. We want to make all those decisions. Hey, it's JJ Flizay. What's going on, babe?
You want to ask your mother
Can't hear you.
about the bathing suit fiascos.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's finish with the things that she's looking forward to first, and then we'll get into the bathing
Into the
suit.
negative.
Well,
The
meeting
fiasco.
nice people, stopping at the different islands would be very interesting.
Hey, Mom, hold that like
Never
a
been.
lot.
I've
There you go.
never been. What? Right. And just in general, relaxing. And I don't care if I don't get off at every port. I really don't.
Mhm.
I want to enjoy the ship. I understand. Oh, I know one thing that we did. We watched on the television all about the ship that we were going on.
Mm.
Yeah.
Every room, I mean, not the staterooms, but I mean, all of the dining rooms, the bars, the shops, the casino.
My mom's really looking forward to the drink package, especially.
Oh yeah, the drink package. I drink one drink a day. Yeah, right. So just in general, the life on a ship, it's an enormous ship.
Mm-hmm.
It's called, what's it called, Doug?
The Princess Ruby, or the Ruby
Princess Ruby.
Princess.
It's got a very good reputation. Really.
Nice. Now you mentioned the casino. Do you gamble at all?
Oh, just a little bit. I like roulette.
Yeah.
Ted's a gambler, though. He's looking forward to the craps table.
Oh, is that what you play, Ted? You play craps?
Yeah.
I like craps. What's that?
What did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like craps. My money can go too fast sometimes when I'm playing craps, but it is so much fun. I really like it.
I like Keno.
Yeah, I don't
Keno
know
is
that
great
they-
because it's easy. It's
I don't know that they had. Do they have Keno on ships? That would be cool
Yeah,
if they.
I think they do. When I used to go to Vegas with my husband Marty, he's since passed away, but anyhow, he was a crap shooter and he used to spend hours there. And I got tired of hanging around, so I'd go over to the casino, to the Keno, and I'd sit there. They play that all night long. And I had some numbers that I played, and I don't know why, but so often it hit 7, 11, 33. That's
Nice.
my birthday, 7/11,
Nice.
the year 33.
I love it.
And it came up so often, it was like unbelievable.
Yeah,
So
that
the
was a-
people I was with
early.
got really upset. They started betting it. And if you know anything about the gambling in the coffee shops in the morning, they actually come over to your table and place the bets for you.
Mhm.
And I won there too. I must
Oh,
have,
are you so you're pretty confident that they do have Keno on the ships themselves?
no, I'm not confident that they
Oh,
have
okay,
Keno,
okay.
but what I'm saying is when I was in Vegas,
Oh, got it. Yeah, at the diners or wherever you would go, and they would play.
yeah,
Keno.
Oh,
the
yeah,
Mirage,
that's-
the Mirage I used to go to all the time, and they were
Mm-hmm.
faithfully there every day. every
Well,
day.
my mom would go to Vegas when Don Rickles and Sinatra and Tony Bennett
the big
and
names.
all the big names were still in their heyday playing. She was a Brat Pack follower, so
Love it.
my stepdad would always have a great time in Vegas. He was definitely the consummate gambler. He loved the craps tables, and he would stay up all night. He'd come in at like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning after playing at the tables.
A funny story about that. We went to Vegas with another couple, and this guy was big time. He got comped everywhere,
Mhm.
whatever he did. And one day he told us that this guy was going to come into the lobby of the hotel, like literally with the coat open with the jewelry, and you can buy whatever. And I saw this ring that I really wanted, and I picked it out. And the guy wanted a certain amount of money. Well, I didn't have enough money with me to get that ring. So my girlfriend,
Phyllis
goes over to Marty where he's gambling at the crap table and picks up a whole handful of chips
Oh my God.
and takes the chips, and he starts chasing her across the lobby.
Ah,
And he would, give me that money back. Give me that money back. I'm going to bet that money. And she said, no, Rosalee wants this ring. You have to give it to me. I'm taking it. And he took it, and I got the ring.
She
Oh
still
my
has to this day
I
that
still have the ring.
smoky topaz ring, right? Is
No,
that the
no,
one?
no. It was the gold.
The-
It was real heavy gold. I'm going to sell it. Gold is up now.
Hold on. Hold on. You got kids. You have kids that you need to take care of after you pass. You got kids you want to make sure are taken
But
care
that
of,
was
right?
the timing on that was so funny. I never forgot that story. I love it.
I love it. I love it. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm a big Vegas fan. Doug knows that. We get together in Vegas sometimes. But Doug came to see my place in Austin a couple weeks ago, and it was super fun. I was so glad he finally got to see my geeks out here in Austin.
Had a great time. Strickland was celebrating his 60th birthday, and I flew out to Austin, Texas to hang out
When
with
was
him.
this?
This was
a few weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. October 5th was my
Well, happy
birthday.
birthday.
Thank you very much.
You're 60?
Yes, I am. I am.
Strickland-
You look
Strick-
60.
Oh, well, thank you.
You
That's
know,
because the nice guys never age.
That's right. Exactly.
We never age.
that's true.
And so, any other highlights that you want to talk about on the trip, Mom, or anything, or any anything at all that you want to mention to our community?
I'm just looking forward to it. I think I'm going to have a great time. And 17 days on the ship, I don't know. I'm going to try, but I think I'm going to have a good time.
That's a
gonna be
long time.
good.
What's the longest cruise you've been on?
Probably a
2
week.
weeks.
Really? Have you been on a 2-week cruise?
The last one I went, he won't go on a cruise if it's just a week. He won't. He says it's too much trouble to get ready for it, and you get unpacked, and the next thing you know, it's time to get off the ship. It's over. So if it isn't at least 2 weeks, he won't go.
So the last time that my mom and Ted were in California, they came to California in 2018 and then again in 2019. Both times they drove across the country.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's
I
great.
know.
First time I drove across the country with him, I really didn't know him that well at all.
Hold that microphone right here, Mom. Right here.
Huh?
Just hold the microphone.
Even though, got it now?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay. What was I saying? Christ, you
First
can't.
time you drove across the country, you barely knew him.
I barely knew him. And my son, David has since passed away, but when David found out that I was going across the country with this guy that I didn't know that well, he tracked me. I think that's
Yeah, she was using the Find My iPhone.
Yeah.
You know, that app.
So I'm on Route 66 driving with him, with a Ted, and the phone rings. It's my son. He says, well, how are you enjoying Route 66? I said, well, how do you know I'm on Route 66? He says, I'm tracking you. I said, you're what? He knew every move we made.
I love
was a
it.
wreck. The family was crazy. They did not want me to go because I didn't know the guy that well. I took a shot.
Very protective. We're a very protective lot. Look, we only have one mom. We want to keep her alive as long as possible. And so far, I think we've done a really good job of keeping her alive.
Yeah.
Rosalee, you've also got a bit of a, it's what I think of as a dying accent. Like you got that Baltimore accent, and I hear it so infrequently. I don't say it negatively. I grew up in Baltimore too, and I used to have more of it, but like you don't hear it anymore. It's
I have
even
a southern
in Baltimore.
accent. You mean I have a southern accent?
So, well, it's a very specific Baltimore accent, but I like it. I miss it from being in Baltimore.
And where did you live when you were in Baltimore? Do you remember?
Yeah. So when I was a little kid, I was in Rogers Forge.
Oh, yeah.
And then I lived in Cockeysville for a while. And then when I went to high school, I was at Belvedere Square. Like I was 2 blocks from the Senator Theater.
Okay. Well, that area that you lived in, what was the first part you said was
Rogers Forge. Yeah.
Well, my granddaughter, that's David's, the one who passed away,
Mhm.
daughter lives right near Rogers Forge. That has held its own. That has the best school system
Uh-huh.
for Baltimore County.
Oh, I love it.
So she moved there because she wanted her kids to go to a really good school.
Oh, nice.
She lives on for Stevenson Lane,
Oh, sure. Yeah, I know
Right.
Stevenson Lane.
right near Rogers Forge.
Nice.
Yep.
Hey, the other thing, Mom, tell Strickland about your family's hardware store, because my mom had a hardware store in Hamden.
Oh, really?
My dad had a hardware store in an area called Hamden.
Sure.
Now, and it was on 36th Street, and now it's called the Avenue. It's a historic area now. He was there for 37 years, right on the Avenue, and very well known. And Hamden has become very famous. It's like really all the yuppies, all the young.
Yeah, it's like artsy and hip now to live in
Very,
Hamden.
very much
Yeah.
so.
Kind of like Fells Point and East Harbor East.
Harbor
Is that what it's
East,
called
yeah.
now?
The funniest thing about his store in Hamden, there was a restaurant right on Falls Road and 36th Street, which is the Avenue now.
Mhm.
My dad used to eat in a restaurant there, and guess what it was called?
Hmm.
Roaches.
Why would you eat at a
I
restaurant
said to
named
him,
Roaches?
how could you eat in a store that's called a restaurant that's called Roaches? But that's where he used to eat, and it was great. That whole neighborhood was wonderful, and now it's just so busy you can't even
Yeah.
get down the street.
Yeah.
Can't even afford a condo in Hamden anymore, and it was $28,000. Remember, we had that house at the can company, the American Can Company, Mom, back in 1980 or something like that.
I mean, I bought that.
Southport Street. Yeah, I had one with you, and then you had a second one with Brian or something
Right,
like that.
I owned
And
3 of them. And
oh
my
my
father,
gosh.
not my father, but my husband at the time said, I want you to sell those houses and get out of there, because he only owned 3, right? It didn't pay me to go driving down there by myself and take care of the rent or take care of whatever repairs had to be made. He didn't like it, so I finally got rid of the property.
And Strick, the next year after we sold that property that we bought for $28,900, we sold it at a profit. We did make a few dollars on it. It wasn't a big profit, but a few $1,000s I think we made on it. The American Can Company was converted to condos, and everything in that neighborhood was going for $200,000. It's like we really screwed the pooch on that
That's
one.
right. That's exactly what happened.
I talk about my never good investments in real estate or women. Either one of those two things, not good.
That's okay. You're doing okay with women now.
That is very true. Very true. With JJ, I have definitely made up for all of my past discretion. What is it called? My past discretions?
Past discretions or
Yeah,
something.
something like
something like that.
Something like that.
Oh, crazy. All right. Well, we do have a voicemail. Do we want to let your mom go and do her thing, and we'll get through some voicemail stuff?
Yeah. I'll go over it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Mom.
It's been great speaking with you and meeting you. I've heard so much about you.
You know,
you guys have never met face to face?
No, I think we met because I thought I came to your, you know what, maybe I came to your house one time when you were out, like Doug was there for something or picking up his truck or something. I don't know. It's been a very long time if we met, it was a long time ago.
All good stuff, I heard.
And the first time I think I met Strickland's mom face to face, I don't think I had met her before this, was just a couple weeks ago when I met her in Austin, and she lives in Towson, right, Strick? She lives in Towson?
She's in Olney, actually.
Who is
she's
this?
Strickland's
My mom.
Oh, how old is your mom?
She is 87.
She's a kid.
She's a kid.
She's a kid, right?
Just
Yeah,
a
exactly.
kid. Just a kid.
I
I'm going to go out
I
and
don't know many people my age. I don't.
yeah, my mom has a couple of URLs bookmarked, and one of them is Saul Levinson's, which is the Jewish funeral home in Baltimore. She gets to see, and if Levinson's is ever down, thank God she's got the Legacy Funeral Network that she can tap into. But other than that, my mom is a whiz at her iPhone, much better than the vast majority of 91-year-olds.
Terrible. I'm terrible.
92. She's got 2 Mac computers at her house, 2 iMacs.
Nice.
I believe that one of them is still run by horses, I believe. The other one is fairly new, but she's
Well, I got those computers because Doug wanted to be able to get on my page. If I got into trouble with something and needed help, he could get right on there. So I have
That's
to
a
be
good
very
plan.
careful what I use my computer for.
yeah,
No, I
she's
love
very
it.
careful. She uses her iPhone for all the other sites and stuff, so it's fine. All
I
right,
love it.
I'm going to go out there and disconnect her from Zoom because I don't want her to figure that out. I'll be right back and we'll do the voicemails. You can play the voicemail theme song and I won't even interrupt if it's finished by the time I get back.
Oh my! Well, but we only have one voicemail though.
I know.
You,
I'll
you
be
gotta be
back
able to
in-
hear it.
I'll
so
be back in just a second.
okay.
Nice speaking with you.
Good to talk to you too, Rosalee.
Take care.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.
Share my screen here.
There we go. Let me do this. That. You're just going to leave the meeting. Sign.
I know I got that Ipanema music here somewhere, but I just can't find it. Oh, here it is. There we go. Make sure I got all my settings. I got 27 sound settings I got to change on here. That's right. This has.
What happened? What happened?
This is well. I got to make sure I got all my sound stuff right. And all. I didn't usually when we start talking about like the voicemails, right?
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah, I've got to change my 27 sound settings and make sure they're all correct.
Right. Correct.
I do that while we're talking. But then you said, hey,
I got it. I had to
Mom,
step
and
away.
it's like, okay, well, now I got to get all my stuff set. And I had to kill time on my own without.
Did you ever hit the Girl from Ipanema music just now, or you did not?
Well, you see, that was the other thing I was doing. As I was changing the settings, I was like, where's my Girl from Ipanema music? Because I thought I had it in my quick settings and it wasn't there. But then I just found it. Yep. Just as you came back, Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's been like that was our Baltimore travel log that we were finishing up with, just talking about neighborhoods that nobody knows anything about unless they grew up in Baltimore with us. So.
That is okay. I forgot to tell you the story of my my Bucky sticker that I put on my bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was leaving Houston Airport, I got on the plane and they were about to close the door, and I noticed that I don't have my bottle.
Oh!
And I just affixed the Bucky sticker to my black bottle, and it's perfect. I loved it. I was so sad that I was going to lose it. I said, I was about to say, I banged the flight attendant. That's not right. That's not right.
Poor choice of words, Doug, but I think I see where you're going with this. Okay.
I dinged the flight attendant, and I said, is there any way that somebody found a black bottle with a Bucky sticker on it? And she goes, not that I've heard of, but let me check up at the gate. And she was so nice. They held the plane, closing the door.
Really?
They held closing the door. She ran up and she said, she came back down. She goes, I got it. I was like, oh my God, it was so good.
Fucking Southwest is the best.
Thank you, Southwest. Southwest did such a great job with Mom and Ted getting them down into the wheelchairs and all of that stuff. I could not have done it by myself. Not only was it 3 huge bags, but 2 of them, their wheelchairs and my carry-on. I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to have to play hopscotch the entire time through the airport, but they did a great job. And at BWI, have you ever noticed if you try to go through security at BWI, even the pre-check has a long line because everybody's got the system. And they oftentimes, out of the 3 A, Bs, and Cs, they only have 1 of them available for pre-check. And it's always busy. I'm like, fucking open up the other line.
Yeah.
So,
but the pre-check usually goes quicker.
It goes faster, but my mom and Ted, since they don't travel very often, they don't have pre-check. And the wheelchair guys just said, you don't have to worry about that. We'll get you right.
Nice.
Put us
Nice.
right at the front of the line. It
like
was
the velvet
best.
rope,
It was the velvet rope. So here is a nice guy piece of advice for anybody that's in our community. Find a feeble old person to go with you to the airport. And if you don't have one of them in your life, meet one at the airport, because I'm telling you, that's the best thing. Find somebody in a wheelchair, befriend them, and just say, let me get you through security. And by the way, don't give them your bags, because that will get you arrested very quickly. Oh, the other thing that was interesting about it is now Ted has he's got an old handgun, not old as in rusty, but an old handgun that he has never used. And he's like, I don't have any use. He's had it forever. He's like, I don't have any use for this. And he was going to give it to me. And I said, well, I'll take it, but I can't take it on this trip, because I checked like all the processes they have to go through. You have to have like an interview at the airport, even if you check a bag.
Oh, really?
You can't just put it in your bag with a lock on it and just put it through. They need to know it's in your bag, and they need to know you have to take all the bullets out. The clip can't be in it. It's got to be locked. There's like so many TSA rules to it. And then you have to like do this application to tell them you have it. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to, and I had them at the same time. I'm like, I'm not doing this right now. So next journey back, I will be coming back safely with a correctly regulated and packed handgun. Just so everybody knows.
Just put it in the mail. I mean,
well, that's the other thing. There are definitely rules about if you're allowed to do that. You have to send it from one registered dealer to another in California. It's so fucked up. It's such a crazy, like, I could walk in literally to Walmart and get a shotgun tomorrow without any application or anything, but I can't get a handgun.
Yeah. No,
now, what would you rather be shot by? A 22 caliber weapon or a shotgun that's got BBs that blast your fucking head off?
I choose not getting shot at all. Thank you.
Let's just ask the Menendez brothers what they would prefer. Okay. Because I'm not pretty sure they would not prefer the shotgun. They're still rotting in jail for that. And they could actually be listeners to the show. I don't really even know.
Again, quite a dark turn you took right there. But okay,
it took a dark turn. It really did. Okay. I will not be interrupting between this, because we got ribs that are on the smoker right now, and I'm going to go take them off the smoker, and we're going to have some dinner very soon.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick. Jared here. So you guys are talking about voicemails. And, Doug, you opened the whole conversation about the voicemail folder having no action. Strick, you interpreted it as no voicemails when he was trying to say voicemails weren't put in the folder because he knew there were voicemails.
Exactly.
And Strick, you said you need to go back and listen to it. Well, fellas, I did all of what I just did because I know you two fuckers will forget this whole conversation.
Goddamn right. 100%.
First of all, there's the groundwork. Second of all, Strickland, you're right. 100% agree with you.
Thank you.
It's, Doug, the way you said it, I
Yes.
took it the same way Strick did, and that was that there were no voicemails this week.
Don't remember.
Because I instantly thought, pretty sure I left the voicemail or two. You started having me doubting that there were that I left the message, and I was getting ready to start looking. And then you clarified about voicemails. I'm like, okay, so if I did leave a message, it's in there. I still haven't heard he's on the voicemail, so I don't know. Maybe I'm not in the voicemail messages because I didn't leave one. Maybe I did leave one and you left it out, or maybe I did leave one and you got it. I don't know at this point. So who knows what my next message will be. But Strickland, once again, you are right. Doug, you're wrong. Sorry, buddy.
I'm sorry. I know.
As always, guys, love you, appreciate the show, and can't wait till the rest of the episode. See you, fellas.
All right. Winner, chicken dinner for me. Okay.
Hold on. Let me do a brief review here of last week's voicemails. All right. Because last week, okay, so we're going to get a little confusing here. So follow along in your bingo map right now. So today is the 27th. We are recording this way, almost 4 days earlier than we normally record. So,
oh my gosh, I forgot that. That's right.
So that throws the first monkey wrench into this, because there's probably going to be more voicemails that come in because other people listen at different times of the week. Emily and Erica and Tim and Montreal Maurice, I know, listen a little bit later on in the week, and I think that Jared is I'm listening on Friday because it's generally when we get voicemails from him. So we got a voicemail from Jared today. I mean Friday. Today is Monday. we got a voicemail from Jared on Friday. That's what this one is. So that is Friday the 24th. We got a voicemail from Jared.
Okay.
Yeah. Previous to that, we got a voicemail from JD. Now that was on the 20th. So
like that should have been in our.
No, we did play that on Friday. Last Friday, we did play
okay.
JD's voicemail. I think we played one from JD, and I believe
two from Jared.
Right?
If I remember correctly.
I think that was correct. And that was it for that week. Before that, we had one from Emily, but none from Jared the week before. So I don't really know how this is supposed to work, but all I know is if there's voicemails in there, then we play them. If there's not any voicemails in there, then I go on the hunt to figure out if any voicemails came in because I don't fucking remember. That's it. That's all I got to say. That's all. I wasn't making any points, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I was trying to figure out what the point was ultimately, but I guess you got there.
No point. No
point whatsoever.
No. I had something else to say, and I can't remember what it was, so I'm just going to say bon voyage. What are you going to do for the next? So how many? Hold on. Let's review.
Dude, well, already, okay, I've got like fucking Jesus. What have I got? 2 or 3 sales calls scheduled, right?
I know. 3 of them came in, and I'm like, Ashley, you're gonna have to give this to Strickland, but I'm not gonna send them to him. I'm gonna need you to. And
then I've got tomorrow or no Wednesday. I've got like a fucking call for like, okay, how can we get more listeners and how can we grow? I'm like, you've published 2 episodes. Fucking relax.
I know. And that I'm not going to mention any names here, but that's from the podcast that recently launched that is only committed to doing just 2 or 3 episodes anyway.
No. But hang on.
That's right. That's the other podcast.
That's the other one. But I've, it's so funny. Yeah. I don't know why this happens with us. We get people in pairs, right? Yeah. Like we'll get 2 lawyers, right? At like launching at almost the same time with similar names, right? This one, and I get them fucking mixed up, right?
Like I just did,
Lisa's or something, right? But these are both two law firms that do different things. But trust me. If it was the one that was just releasing 3 episodes and they wanted a strategy meeting of how to grow, I would tell them, order more fucking episodes. That's how you grow. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, my fucking week is my next 2 weeks is filling up like crazy.
Well, all I got to say is this, and I'm saying this with all due sincerity. I know when it comes to this, when the next time that you go out of town, paybacks are bitch. I know that I'm going to get slammed with all of the fortunately, here's the good side about it, Strickland.
Yeah.
You at least can hold a conversation with somebody, even if you don't 100% know how to sell. You can kind of tap dance your way through a sales conversation. Somebody asked me a process conversation. I don't know. I have no fucking idea. Let me get my team lead Ashley on that. She's much better than I am. Oh my God. But more importantly, or as importantly, let's talk about what your schedule, your recording schedule is going to look like. So this episode is being recorded on the 27th. This is the one that's going to come out on Halloween the 31st.
Correct.
So you won't need another episode until the 7th. So who's going to record with you, or have you thought about who's recording with you that week of the 7th, then that week of the 14th also?
That's a long way off. I've not even thought about it yet.
Mm-hmm. We have put out a call to action that says if you are interested in being a co-host, did you talk to somebody about that already or no?
I don't remember. I don't think I did. Okay. But that's too far off. But I need to figure out how to get 2 different. I may just do one solo one like I've done in the past.
You do a great job on your solo eps.
Well, it's funny. The very first solo ep I did, I think I did okay because it wasn't planned to be a solo ep. Plan was, hey, I'm just going to do a teaser for and I just started to ramble, and it's like, this is long enough, right? And then the second one, I'm like, shit, what am I going to talk about? And then Vera, Sally said, hey, why don't you tell stories from your wedding band days? And that was, I think, a very successful episode.
Good episode.
Because I talked off the top of my head about a whole bunch of stupid, crazy shit. I don't know if I can pull that together again. We will see.
I think Vera would be a really good co-host. Couldn't you guys talk about just talk about life in Austin, Texas?
We totally could. Vera's pretty busy with school stuff, but I think she would be happy to carve out the time to be the co-host on the Nice Guys on Business.
Or you could.
Well, I could get Emily as well. Like maybe get both, because now that all the three of us have met in person, we have even more to talk about.
Or you could just do a really cool moderate a panel conversation with you and any Funkin' fans that wanted to jump in on a group call. That would be really cool to have a collective recording of the Nice Guys Fuckery episode.
Well, that would be like a call to action, which would mean our listeners would have to actually do something. And that doesn't happen that often. Although, you know what? That's an interesting idea. Because what I could do is I could schedule a Zoom meeting, right? And put the link into the Facebook community and say, here's the deal. It's an open link and you got to be here at this time on this date, and you can join in if you want. I think that's a great idea. Although I'm not going to depend on the Funkin' fans to all jump in I'm not going to depend on them for the entertainment, or I don't want to.
Maybe what you could do is, why not just sell it as shit show karaoke and just break out an episode of the Nice Guys Fuckery.
I like it. I like it.
That could work. That could work.
Yeah, totally.
So we're leaving on Wednesday morning. So in 2 days from now, we're heading to San Francisco, staying overnight at a hotel in San Francisco, getting on the cruise the next morning, and then let the drinking begin.
Now you're not doing a drinking package, right?
No, it was $3,400 between me and JJ for the drink package.
That's so fucking crazy.
17 days, $90 a person. Then there's some gratuity that's added onto that by the time you're done. Now you also do get the internet with that as well. But I'm like, I don't fucking want the internet. I'm not getting the internet.
No fucking way you want to do that.
No.
Although you could call in and leave a message. You could leave a voicemail for the Nice Guys.
I'll tell you what I will do. I will call in if I'm so inclined as I'm going through the islands, because the islands, that's the US. I can leave a message I won't have listened to any of the episodes. So I'm just going to tell you, I'll give you an itinerary update. How would that be?
I love that plan. You know what? I also just realized, and it's too late for you to do this now, I think, but they crack down on, for a while, you try and sneak booze onto the ship, right? So you don't have to pay
like
for
in
it,
your scope bottle or whatever.
Right, exactly. And they've really gotten wise to a lot of that, right? So, they do a fucking x-ray of your bags as you're going
liquor
in.
Doesn't mean that much to me to have to go through that extreme. I'd rather just buy it. We're going to all take one bottle of wine because that's what we're allowed. Two bottles per cabin. And Ted doesn't even drink. And my mom is a teetotaler. She just drinks very little bit. So for us, 4 bottles of wine will last a little while. And, I will feel anything short of $3,400 is going to be a victory for me.
You get a win, right? Yeah, I couldn't imagine spending $3,400 on booze on a cruise.
You've gone on a bunch of cruises more than I have. What is a typical, just like a rail drink? Like if I were to go and get an old fashioned or a vodka soda, lemon or lime, what would that cost? Is that a $15 drink on a cruise?
Almost. I mean, I think like if you get a beer or something, that's usually $7 or $8. But yeah, mixed drinks. I think even the specialty drinks can be $9 to $12 up to $15 each. So it can add up. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I really feel like if we were trying to do the math today, if we both have 3 drinks a day, so 6 drinks total at $15 a piece, that's $90 a day times 17 days. That's so $100 a day. It's less than $2,000. I mean, that seems like it's a bargain compared to $3,400.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
We'll do our thing. So we're doing that. I'll leave them. That's a really good idea. I'll leave voice messages from. How will you get? You'll have to tell Ashley.
Well, Ashley, you'll have to let Ashley know before you go that. Yes, before we record. Although whatever I schedule recording time, I'll have to remind her and go, hey, do me a favor, check and make sure. Well, even if you're not calling in, other people may actually call in. So I'll let Ashley know when I'm recording. So
I'm pretty sure that everybody knows that Doug is not the beginning and the end of the show, that you carry at least 51% of the burden here. You're carrying the load. And when those 4 steps on the sand went to 2, it's because Strickland was carrying me. Just so everybody knows. I was holding his hand. He was doing the fireman's carry.
Oh, God. Wow, that's funny.
That's another sad nice guys moment. All right, should we wrap it up here? We went way longer than I thought we were going to go for our final episode of the before I go.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Okay. Bon voyage, everybody, and aloha, mana wana kakalea, or whatever. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. Thanks for listening. Bartender, Doug here's going to have a Cosmo, and Strickland is going to have a Fireball on the rocks. Not the little glass. Yeah, the big one, the 24-ouncer. Oh, and they'd both like a little umbrella. Just give me the bottle and charge them as much as you can.